going to answer your questions here, Andrew. So, okay, first part here is it true that the astral world, when we dream, is connected to the current physical world? Well, yes, it is. It's simply another dimension like the physical world. It's all very simple stuff. Okay. So when we die and let go of this body, so like a dream, so we are in a mental world, then how can we determine the destiny of rebirth on earth? Well, the astral realm, the mental realms, whatever, all of creation is just different places. Okay, some places are nicer and better than others. That's all. It's all the same thing. Your real awareness operates these 5 bodies. And so when you let this body go, you're simply going to be in the astral realm because you have no relationship here anymore. You no longer have this body. You still have your awareness. Keep in mind, everything is your choice. Does the mental world authority care to regulate the destiny of their ignorance so they are reborn again and forget like me? I'll just stop right there. Well, again, yes, they're just like you. We're all beings of light here trying to recognize ourselves. So again, everything makes sense as people make choices. And from those choices, things come to be what they are. I also completely forgot why I was born here according to the description of the presentation. Was my birth my decision? Well, yes, it was. And just like anything created here, you, the real you, okay, your personal self is one thing. It doesn't know. But the real you that created your body, okay, it knows. So this is where you decide to start to recognize the real you. That's a big journey. Okay. So again, the personal self that's asking these questions, of course it doesn't know. It's like your computer. Your computer doesn't know who created it because that's just how it is. It's a machine. And so is your personal self too. You're thinking in terms that it knows something. Well, actually it doesn't. It just collects information and then replays it out into this world, in this surface world. Or was it placed by the Lord of religion in the mental or astral realm? Please be as simple as possible. Well, again, we have these self-appointed lords and gods and whatever, politicians, etc. They're all self-appointed. They got people to agree to elect him, whatever the idea is. It's just a funny place. And so, again, they're all just like us. They've made choices, and they got people to agree. So, again, you are the decider where you're going to go, what you're going to do, etc. You know, if you want to buy a house, you decide to buy it. You decide to, in this world, you got to work for it, get money, buy the house. You decide to make the payments or not. See, you put yourself in that position of deciding to make the payments or not. And if you don't want to, you just leave and the bank takes back the house. Whatever. So if the next question, so if the final is all is and have transcended this realm of creation, then we are free and we can desire to be anything in all of nature. Then if I choose to be reborn in the world, is karma still there for me? In between, I can easily become more aware. Yes, of course. And the thing is that, you know, as we each choose to come into this world, the reason being is that the challenge of this world helps us become more aware, is what it is. And so that's why you're here. You see, from your real view, the real you understands this. Just like a person wanting to join the army and go through boot camp. They want to go through the process. They want to go through that. You want to go through the process to wake up. Just like if you joined the military and you had to go to boot camp and all that hard stuff you had to go through to finally focus on being a soldier and contributing. Okay. So again, at the same time, you're becoming more aware, of course. Next question. Or if I play in the 7th level of all is, what will I do there? What's there, even though there are no effects and consequences? The interesting thing about this the description of the various levels is that, yes, with our personal self, we think of them as places in life. Like, I'm here and you're there and you want to go over there or wherever. You see, you're thinking of them in places. Well, in creation, that is so. You have the physical world here. You have the earth. There's New York. There's Los Angeles. There's Italy, there's Russia, there's Rome, there's whatever. Okay, all these different places. These are places. Okay, you go from here to there because we have this experience of movement or travel. Well, in the real universes, there is no travel. It's an isness. It's a recognition. It's a real recognition. So the journey just got a lot bigger. And what do you do there? Well, it's an endless recognition, and you decide as you recognize what this reality is, you decide for yourself what you will be doing there, you see. But until you get there, you have no idea, because it's the personal self asking the question, you see, and the personal self won't be there. So first you have to recognize the real you, and then recognize this isness, this endless isness, and what you will be doing endlessly. It's not eternity or forever. It's not that or infinity. No, those ideas are in creation. It's an endless isness of recognition. It's not a place that you're going to, okay? And so, and the last part is, isn't that a borning one authenticity? I'm not sure what that means. But anyhow, I've basically answered these questions. And again, the new presentation is providing real references to the isness life is. We've been taught, just like in religion, that controls people, that, oh, if you're a good person, you will go to a designated heaven created by the dark forces to keep you there. And yes, you'll basically agree to come back into reincarnation, because they will market you with some cute ideas, pretty words to enhance you to come back and continually support the systems here and be a slave. That's your choice. So the new presentation is real opportunity to better understand and eventually recognize the real you and the real universes that is endless. But you got to figure that out. Okay, go ahead, Val.
I think he meant boring authenticity. I'm not sure, but boring, well, boring to me would be cause and effect, and just knowing that whatever you do, there's going to be an effect, and that's kind of a given, although you may not see it, because creation is huge. So the cause and effect idea and process is like you never know what's going to come up from what you've created, but it's still cause and effect. Whereas the isness is, it's always new. It's always like unknown. So it's, in that way, it's not boring at all. It's rather an adventure and a risk-taking position. So.
Yes, from the personal self here, I understand. I went through this process. I see that. And over the years, sharing this with people, they would comment. They would go, gee, it sounds boring. I mean, compared to here. Well, yes, it does, until you recognize it, you see. And actually, it's just a whole lot better, because it's real. Everything here is a fabrication. It's all made up. All creation is made up. All creation is the same. There's no difference. What we've got here is an indoctrination of differences, labels, ideas, definitions. This is all made up stuff, is all it is. The reason you're in creation is to utilize creation to provide some kind of reference to eventually recognize what all life is. That's what all creation is for. It's not that you came here to get a job and make money and have a good life and create a la-la land. Well, you can do that, and you can stay here as long as you want. That's up to you. You have free will. But that's not why the isness life is, the all is, has provided creation. That's not the idea. That would be like your parents, you know, when you were a very young child, you were in a baby crib. With the idea being that they provided you the baby crib, so you stay in the baby crib, that's it. You strap that to your back wherever you go. Wouldn't that be kind of funny? Well, creation is the same thing. It's the baby crib. That's all it is. And as Paul brought this out in his time, he was the babysitter. He just simply started off with the ideas. Now this is the new nowness. One of the experiences that I've had over the years, and the latest one with the membership of Joni's Reptilian Ekankar, is that I saw them like all of them sitting in a room like pizza dough. They were all stuck together. You couldn't even tell them as people. They all looked like pizza dough. Yeah, I knew it was them, but they were all stuck together. Like you take a bunch of pizza or bread dough and stick it together with the other one side by side. That's what they look like. It's all funny stuff. This is what it's become with all these considerations that people look to. There's only one true reality, the all-isness, the endless isness of the real universes that I refer to. Everything else in creation is just a mock-up. It's all this or that. That's why I don't refer to anything that I'm contributing here as wisdom or this or that or whatever. No, it's references to this true reality, and everyone has a chance to recognize themselves as a free being of real light. All other considerations are foo-foo. They're just a bunch of nonsense. And unless people step up and stand real with real guides or the isness, well, they've made their choice, whatever they're doing. And the end result is they will face it, and that's where they'll be. They'll be confined by themselves in all tap line. Of course, it'll look good here on the surface world, but it'll all equal nothing, as it always has.